Well, that wasn't so long ago. 2009 champion at 215 was Billy Baker of Belmont. There are 3 unbeatens in the bracket this weekend. It comes down to Nathan Cleveland of Lowell, who finished third a year ago, and the runner-up in 2009, Christian Lentz from Mishawaka. So second and third from a year ago, battling it out for first this year in the 215-pound weight class.
And ranked once again, great job pollsters, Indiana Matt, number 1 and number 2. Lentz has 2 losses, and guess to whom? Cleveland beat him 6-3 last week in Maryville, and earlier in the season 4-2. Nice shot by Lentz, who's in the white with the red ankle bands, but Cleveland is able to defend it.
Lentz, 2-time sectional champion, IFCA All-State defensive tackle, a 2-time freestyle state champion, won the Plymouth Super Duels a couple of times, the NIC Super Duel Championship, the Hobart Invitational Championship, and again was the 09 state runner-up. Accolades for Cleveland include USA Wrestling National Folkstyle Championship, starting defensive end and fullback for the state runner-up Lowell football team. He's 41-0 this season, 124-16 for his career, a 2-time sectional champion. Won the Lake County Championship twice and was a 3-time NCC Conference champion. So 2 dandies hooking up here for the 215-pound title.
Yes, 2 very athletic dandies. They are good.
Boy, haven't these weight classes changed in that regard, 215 and 285? I mean, the muscle definition and how these guys are built now is incredible.
Well, you mentioned Lentz is an all-state football player, top 50 player. He's going to play college football. And I'm not sure about Cleveland, but then last year in the semi-state final, I think Lentz got the upper hand against Cleveland. So these guys have a real history. Nice duck under attempts, and the period is over. Periods. Cleveland he's trying to control the stand-up by Lentz. Lentz is coming up. Now he's got the leg hooked. Now a spiral ride, which is basically a half Nelson from the knees. And he's got he grapevines the leg with his arm. Lentz tried to sit out, and Cleveland was ready to chin him back. Cleveland is following very nicely. Again here at Conseco Fieldhouse.
I've always said Thanksgiving weekend is one of my least favorites because that signifies the official end of the high school football season.
On the road in various types of situations, people follow Monrovia, and it's a credit to you and your son who played on that team, and it's just a credit to the state of Indiana. But I get down about it because I coach football, but I tell you what, it's so exciting to watch wrestling, and you can keep up with it very easily on Indiana Mat. You can also watch a couple of the broadcast networks wrestling, and Big Ten wrestling is on as well.
Right.
So you won your semi-state and you made it to state, and so we're inches away from winning a state title against Fort Wayne Lures. So
memorable season, no doubt about that. You've been in that position many times before in wrestling and football, and you know what a special ride it is. No question about that.
It's builds for a lifetime of memories, just like these guys on the mat are building right now. 0-0, and Cleveland's just doing a great job of riding. He's very tight. He's got a spiral. Lentz is trying to, he gets his feet up.
This weight class is indicative of the variety of body sizes or styles that you'll see. One looks a little shorter, a little more stout, and the other one's a little longer and leaner. But both ones, both at the weight class that they're at, but their bodies are put together vastly different.
Well, I'd take either one of them on my team to advantage. So each style, it just adds to a different type or technique involved in wrestling. And Mr. Lentz gets ridden out. Okay, to start the final period, Lentz opted to give Nathan Cleveland the escape, so it's 1-0 now. And Mr. Lentz is going to try to make something happen where he can secure a takedown. Nice shot, but Cleveland does a great job of sprawling. He's got a front headlock, and Lentz is in a powerful position, but he's not in a position he really wants to stay in for very long.
That decision interesting considering how the first 2 periods went. I mean, it could be 1-0. That could end up being the final.
It sure could. But I'm sure with their history, coaches understand what has happened in the past, and Lentz feels like this might be his best chance to give Mishawaka an individual state champion this year.
We're down to a minute 10.
Lentz is going to take a shot. He's backing up and inviting Cleveland to step into him, and then he takes a shot. Cleveland has got a front headlock. Lentz is trying to stay square with him or stay in front, and now they're back to their feet. I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland doesn't, next front headlock, look for an ankle. Here we got a warning of stalling against Cleveland, which maybe that might have been part of the strategy as well.
40 seconds. Down to 35 of Lowell.
I think I may have misstated earlier. Lentz defeated Cleveland in the semifinals here. Nice single. He dropped down on it. He's got the ankle. He's in nice and deep. Look for him to try to high cross again. There's just oh my! We have a warning for stalling and a penalty for stalling against Cleveland.
Tied at 1.
Cleveland fought through it, but now it's 1-1 with the penalty call for stalling against Cleveland. Now Lentz might slow down his approach, or maybe Cleveland might pick his up.
5 seconds. 3, 2, and we'll go to overtime.
Yes.
Tied at 1 in the 215-pound weight class.
When he gave the escape to start the last period, to force the action, he got 2 warnings for stalling, and then he got the penalty point. Now we're in overtime. And I don't know if here he comes with a shot. Lentz wants that front headlock. We'll see if he goes after him now with this front headlock, because he's been in good situation. I don't think either wrestler is going to take any big shots here. Now Lentz is reaching through off of the front headlock, and it's 2-on-1, which could become a fireman situation not any longer.
25 seconds left, tied at 1. 215-pound weight class.
Lentz is in on a single, and Cleveland has got the inside ankle of sprawl. If he could keep that ankle and break Lentz to his hips, he might be able to secure a takedown. Now it's Lentz's turn, and Cleveland's hanging on. He steps across. Oh my. So they can wrestle this through this period, and there'll be another period just like it coming up where Mr. Cleveland will have his choice of position.
Cleveland on top. They're tied at 1, 215-pound weight class.
Lentz chose the bottom position. He did a nice job coming up. He's trying to break the wrist and pass it. This is a great match. Lentz is up right away. Maybe try a roll. He's going to turn in. He's going to drive it, try to limp his arm through. Ooh, close to locked hands by Mr. Cleveland, but I don't think it was. And Cleveland hangs on, and Mr. Lentz is not happy about him hanging on, so he gave a little bit of a shove. But third overtime period.
Tied at 1.
Now this, if Cleveland can score, he has to keep wrestling because Lentz can also score. This thing will wrestle the full 30 seconds. And here he is. He's got his hips out almost, and Lentz does a smart thing. He drops down low on that single. He's going to try to hang on. And he gets his hips away. Looks like an escape coming. If he can just get his hip, there it comes. The 7 seconds. My. And Mr. Cleveland's going to be happy to ride this one out, and it's over. 2-1. Triple overtime victory by Nathan Cleveland in his final match in his high school uniform.
Runner-up at 215 from Mishawaka, Christian Lentz. And the top of the podium belongs to undefeated senior from Lowell High School, Nathan Cleveland. State champion at 215 pounds.